I'm sorry, guys. The last video I did, the sound quality was terrible. I had no idea it was like that. I don't even know why it was like that. But I need you guys to tell me if you guys can hear me right now. Can you guys hear me? Cool. Is it fixed? Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I definitely didn't know it was like that. Um, I, I wish I would have caught that, but I'm definitely gonna give you guys the same information, and I don't mind doing it over. Let's just get it done. So right now we're gonna review a couple different markets. We're gonna review Bitcoin. We're gonna review Ethereum. We're gonna review Ethereum Classic, Monero, and Factom. All right. Is the quality still good, guys? I want to make sure before I even keep going with this. Still good, guys? All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, this is a quick chart that I drew up the other day of Bitcoin. Uh, right now, I'm bearish on Bitcoin, and there's a couple different reasons that I'm kind of bearish. I'm not fully bearish on Bitcoin, but I am kind of bearish. And there is a couple of different reasons why. Because the first reason why is because of the way it's being rejected away from the 745 level. The 745 level right now is a very, very strong level, right? All right. So let's. I like to start off looking at my charts like this because I like to look at the bigger picture first, and this is the bigger picture, the whole picture, so I can get a good idea of where we can possibly go and where we've been, right? Boom. Then I like to come in. Then I like to zoom in and then get into where we are now and the past couple days. And you see this big volume sell-off candle right here? 10 o'clock that morning, I said Bitcoin. I looked at the chart, and because of this candle right here and this indecision candle, I said that day I was like, yo, I feel like Bitcoin is gonna hit this level. And the way it was a couple reasons. It went up and it stopped so cleanly on this candle right here. This green candle, it just stopped really clean. No head, no nothing. The next day sold off, right? To come back up to 50% of this sell-off candle. Even though it did on this candle, it came up, right? It came up, touched this downward sloping trend line this green line. It came up and touched this green line. I like to call it, some people call it, trend line, whatever. I call it like a sloping resistance. Some people call it sloping resistance. Some people call it trend lines, whatever. It came up, it hit the sloping resistance, right? Even though yesterday this was a big volume buy candle, I can't lie. I drew up this chart yesterday, by the way, guys, and I tweeted it out. So I think you guys should follow me. If you have Twitter, follow me at Chase That Coin, and I post, I tweet out my thoughts on cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and stuff like that while I'm not making videos. Sorry for this moving all over the place. Right. All right, let's get back in. I'm having a bad day with my computer, as you guys can see. I do not know why. I think my mouse pad is like greasy or something. But yeah. So right now, as I was making the last video, this slope and resistance line is very strong. And as you can see, I drew up some possible directions that the market can come. I think the market is going to hold here. It's going to sell off a little bit. Then it's going to come back up and it's going to test this green line again. Right. And as the more times it tests a line, the more times it tests a line, technically the weaker the line becomes, or the stronger the line becomes. It depends on the previous candles. So it has to come above for me to buy. When I buy bitcoins, right? Because I already have bitcoins. So if I'm looking to buy unnecessary bitcoins, then I'm not looking necessarily for the best price, but I'm looking for the best area, right? I need Bitcoin to come past and close strongly above 780.83 to 769. Some people say 783, like Tone Vase. He says 783, and a lot of people say because they're going by this wick from back here. They're going by the top of this candle right here. I don't really like to use wicks because for a bunch of different reasons. I don't really like wicks. So I like more so the clean bodies, and the clean bodies are on the 768 level. So that's excuse this. That's the level that I'm going to right now. I had to pull out my mouse because my the one on my keyboard is on my laptop is really greasy right now for some reason. But yeah, so it has to come above a certain level for me to buy unnecessary bitcoins, like I was saying. I already have bitcoins that I'm holding for the long term, and I also have bitcoins that I use to get in ICOs and trade and stuff like that, to buy altcoins and trade. But if I want unnecessary, well, not unnecessary bitcoins, because that's kind of a crazy statement, but not unnecessary bitcoins. But if I want to get bitcoins just to, like, let's say I want to buy a couple, so if it breaks out, I can sell those couple that I bought and just make some profit. Because we all, no matter what anybody tells you, we all still need fiat currency to some degree. So if I want to just make a quick flip, then I need Bitcoin to break above this area right here so I can get confirmation. If it breaks above 783 and it holds, let's say if it goes to 786 and it holds for like a day or two, it's going up to me. And I know people are talking about the whole India thing, and that only reason I'm going to say that doesn't matter to me really is because of premiums. If you understand if you ever have bought gold or silver, premiums are just what people feel like putting, the extra that people feel like putting on, basically. A premium doesn't really necessarily reflect demand or what the thing is actually worth. Premiums just reflect how much the person selling it to you feels like they should put on extra for their services. So the whole India thing right now, I think India is going to be a big part of the market. But as far as right now, the people in the banks, yeah, they're looking for other ways. But I think the Indian people as a culture and all that, they know about gold and silver. That the first thing that they're going to look for is that. They're going to look for gold and silver. And I know gold is selling for like 2.5 times the premium. So everything over there right now in India is at a premium. Bitcoin is selling for maybe like $100 extra, but gold is selling for 2.5 times extra. Okay, so everything in India has a premium on it right now. So Bitcoin, I need Bitcoin to show me that it can. All right, let's go real current. Forget 768. Bitcoin needs to show me that it can get past this level right here, 35, and it needs to show me that it can close this strongly and close this downward sloping line strongly for it to even get a chance to come up here and test 768, 783. And mind you, people, when I say things like this is just the trader in me. This is what I'm seeing. You know, this is not 100% accurate, and this does not mean I don't like Bitcoin, because I trade altcoins and invest in altcoins and all that stuff to get Bitcoins. So this is nothing against Bitcoin. This is just the trader in me, and this is what I'm seeing. When I was making the last video, this current candle was a really clean doji. You know, so you guys got any questions about what I'm talking about right now? All right, let's go on to. So this is what I'm seeing, guys. I don't like this tail right here for Bitcoin. This candle right here, I do not like this long tail coming down here. And I drew this chart up yesterday, and I tweeted this out yesterday. I do not like this tail. That's the reason that I think Bitcoin can still come down here, because the market has already tested this. And my last video was why I don't wait for perfection in price action. A perfect doji, and it's not a perfect hammer, but depending on how you're looking at it, it can be either. Right? This candle right here can be either. I would more so look at it from, if I would just had to look at it, I would say it's more of a hammer. So this is more like of a support area, and Bitcoin bounced up kind of right here. So 700 is definitely, or excuse me, like 710 is another medium support levels. But the way I look at medium support levels in cryptocurrencies is, at least from my experiences, they don't really respect them that much. They respect them for a little bit, but they only respect majors. Like, this price action could definitely break through this little level right here and come back down into right here. This level right here, this whole blue box, the top of it to the bottom of it, is a very strong support area. So if I see Bitcoin come down anywhere in this blue area, I am going to buy the hell out of Bitcoin. I'm going to buy the hell out of Bitcoin if I see Bitcoin come anywhere in this area right here. That's what I'm drawing. That's what I think is going to happen, but I'm not sure. All right. Tweet this out, guys. Tweet this link out. Let's get the audience up. Appreciate you all that are here, but let's get this audience up a little bit. Let's go on Ether. All right. Ethereum. Let's back up and look at the whole picture of Ethereum real quick. This blue line, guys, this blue line is a very, very, very strong area for Ethereum. This blue line is a very strong area for Ethereum. And it is below it right now. It is below this critical line right here. But look at the market, though. This is why I love to trade consolidation, guys, right here. If you guys follow me to my channel too, if you're not a subscriber, this area right here, the market was consolidating, and then it broke consolidation with volume. Not the biggest volume candle, but it broke it. Now the market is down here. You see the market came up a little bit. You see the market came up a little bit, but now it's back down here. It came all the way down here as well, but now it's back down here. And we kind of have a sloping. I was just talking about sloping. Let's get this out of here. I was just talking about sloping resistance line. We kind of have a sloping support line. And yes, it did break. But like I said, well, if you don't know, no matter how good of a trader anyone is, no one can draw on exact support and resistance lines. It's just impossible. Anyone who tells you that they can draw on exact support and resistance lines is a liar. has a mind of its own. Resistance, support, and resistance lines are just areas where, especially if you keep on training to draw them on, areas where the market has come and has shown some level of support, or exactly what the names are, support or resistance. Some kind of level where the market has held up, and the market came here, it's held up here. This line is so strong, even though, like I said, it has broken in the past, it has broken this support line multiple times. This line is so strong that the market in a reversal, because support turns into resistance and resistance can turn into support. So let's say you tack on a line and it goes under it. Don't just take away the line, because the market may most likely come back up to that line, just like it's doing, hold at that line, and this line, which was just support for this area, was support. Now it's a resistance for this area. Boom, it's coming down. There's a there's a lot of power in this area right here that I'm not even really tapping on, and because the video would be the video would be a lot longer. Email me, guys, at chase that coin at gmail.com if you guys want to say what's up, or you know whatever. But this area right here is really powerful, and I love to trade consolidation. That's where I make a lot of good trades at. There's 4 or 5 different things that I really, really, really like to trade, and those are the things that different patterns and consolidation. And I don't really use indicators like that, even though I do have on 2 MAs, 2 moving averages. These are good too if you know how to use and read them. But like I said, nothing is 100%. So no matter what indicator or trend line or how good you are, nobody is 100% in this game. All right. So Ethereum, I think Ethereum is going to go down. It's going down. Ethereum is going down. Where is Ethereum going to go to? No, no. It's a couple different levels that Ethereum can go to. But I'm going to drag this line down here. And I'm going to say it right there. Let's make this a little thicker. Yeah. This level right here, what's that? 1,168,000. Ethereum could definitely come and touch this level. But this downward sloping line, I think is gonna more so play sideways and then break down. So that's not gonna just break down. Because if it was gonna break down, this volume candle would have probably been a lot bigger if it was just gonna go a huge downward, spike down. But it is a volume candle engulfing at uh resistance, but it, I think it's going to play more so sideways and then break down eventually. And mind you, guys, all of this is because of what? Bitcoin, not because of Bitcoin. With Ethereum is a little bit different, but most of the altcoins are going down right now is because people think Bitcoin is going up. People think that uh, the Indian people in India are going to buy Bitcoins up, and people just feel like Bitcoin is going up. So people are accumulating more Bitcoins than they already have. Or they feel like other people are. Whether this all is true or not, I don't know. But people feel this way, and all of these candles, all of this is just human emotion. That's all this really is. And in a way, when you're learning how to trade, and when you learn how to trade, you're learning how to trade human emotion mixed with pattern, mixed with just a level of good guessing as well. I mean, that's all of that is what trading is. Investing is a little, investing, you probably have a better chance of, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably about the same percentage, because you can do your homework and all that on investment and still lose. So I'm not even going to say that. But yeah, Ethereum, I think it's breaking down here, guys. It's breaking down, possibly because of the constant attacks on it, possibly because of the hard forks and people are scared of that, possibly because of there's a bunch of things, possibly because of Bitcoin spiking. And when Bitcoin spikes, speculators, there's still speculators in the Ethereum market that are very willing to trade their positions for Bitcoin if Bitcoin breaks out. Don't think that. You know, one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're trading is that they assume that the market can't do something that the market has already done. There's people out there that feel that Ethereum can't come back to this level, so they hoard it up here or they hoard it up way high because they felt like what like right here. Let's get into right here. The market came up here on this move. I know there was a lot of people that felt like Ethereum is never going to come back down here to this blue line. And what did it do? Consolidated play sideways, broke down. Consecutive days of breaking down. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8 days of consecutive straight down. There's people out there that thought that after this move, even after this move, people thought, nah, there's no way Ethereum's going to come back down to this blue line. Hoard it up again. Started to move up, no correction, down, 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 volume, 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 volume. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make. They think that the market can't do something that it has already done. And that's a big mistake. That is a huge mistake. Look, as we talking, the market is coming back down. As we're doing this video right now. Never assume that the market can't do something that it already showed you that it can do. Is my quality still good, guys? Do you guys have any questions? All right. No response. All right. Whatever. So I'm gonna assume you guys can still hear me. But yeah. So this area right here is showing me that Ethereum is gonna break down. Let's extend this trend line a little bit. Let's put it where it's supposed to be 1. And let's put it extend. It's supposed to be at the bottom of this. So yeah, I think Ethereum's gonna. Let's draw something. Let's draw out what I think it's gonna do. I think it's gonna pull one of these. And then I think it's gonna dip below this line. And once it dips below this downward sloping resistance line, then it's gonna. It's gonna. Well, that area, the red line, the red support is not even that far from this. Yeah, I think Ethereum's going down. That's just in my opinion. Ethereum overall as a whole, I think is a good investment. I think Ethereum Classic, as far as a flip, possibly has more of an upside. But Ethereum, I never sleep on Ethereum because Ethereum has so much in its bag. Ethereum has every time you think Ethereum is out, they just pull out another. Like Vitalik is like a wizard, guys. Like this dude is like a wizard. Every time things are going bad, he just pulls out another thing. Even so, a lot of it we haven't seen yet, but and then some of it you have seen, and then what you have seen always pleases the crowd. So I'm not bearish on Ethereum as a whole. Like I'm not one of these guys that's saying Ethereum is going to shit tomorrow, but I definitely think it's a little bit overvalued right now, especially with nothing really working on it. Not even Arga is working. Everybody was so hype about Arga. People like Besides Zcash, I think Augur was like the most talked about and awaited cryptocurrency, and then it came out and it's like it's not even working. It doesn't even do nothing. That's why that fell off. Like people bought at $16. I had friends call me and ask should they buy, and I'm like, why would you buy? Why would you buy something like that so high? Why did anybody buy Zcash at $500? Why? Who knows? But I don't know. Whatever. So this is Ethereum's future to me. Especially once it breaks or touches or breaks below this line with a little volume, it's gonna probably hit this line or go below. Probably go below, but who knows? We'll see. Let's go on a Ethereum Classic and Ethereum Classic chart just proves my point even more that Bitcoin is people thinking that Bitcoin is about to break out is more so the reason that the altcoins are going down. Because to see Ethereum Classic and Ethereum go down at the same time with very similar last days volume candles at or that's like that's the bigger picture to me. Because usually we see one going up and one going down, or one holding and one going up, one down, but they're both going down in a very similar fashion. So that's just showing me that the speculators, more so than the people who really believe in these coins, are jumping out and jumping into Bitcoin because they think that not not even they not even that they think that it's going up. They just know that the news, once CoinDesk and a lot of these people, a lot of these articles start really talking about this whole India thing, that alone is going to break out the price of Bitcoin. That alone is going to help break out the price. Even if people in India actually aren't buying Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure more people, Bitcoin has a better chance of breaking out from Africa right now than India. India still has to build up its Bitcoin hold. Like these people are not going to just jump on a Bitcoin overnight. I think that Africa has a better chance of breaking out Bitcoin right now than India does. Even though India does has its whole crisis going on, that's why India has the upper hand as far as that, because India has its crisis. I shouldn't say upper hand because all this is fucking tragic, but that's what India has that going on for itself. So if the people do decide, you know what, gold is 2.5 times what is. Matter of fact, these people aren't even thinking about that anyway. But if they, let's say, a scenario where they were, and they figure that gold is too much, and then the youth of India who are in the same situation, but they're more open to technology and Western, and things that are going on in the globe. If the youth get on it, then India does have a chance to really drive a new wave of adoption to Bitcoin. But as far as right now, other places like China, Africa, those places have a better. These places have a better chance of really causing Bitcoin to boom out rather than you know. But yeah, talking about all that while I'm on Ethereum Classics chart. But yeah, I was saying all that just to say that that's the reason why Ethereum Classic and Ether are going down in a similar fashion, because the speculators think that Bitcoin is about to break out. All right, so let's get into what are we doing? XMR. XMR, good old XMR. Um, I usually don't use Fibonacci, guys. The reason I don't use Fibonacci is because I like my own trend lines that I draw on better, because that's all Fibonacci is. Fibonacci is support and resistance mixed with pattern. If you know Fibonacci isn't the guy's name who noticed that pattern. Fibonacci just means a great sun. You know, that whatever. But the reason I don't really use Fibonacci is one, because I like to draw my own support and resistance, and two, I believe in the chaos theory. Chaos theory means anything can happen. And if you're living on this planet and you just watch, you know what I mean, and you just went through the presidential election and anything else in life, you know that anything in life can happen. Nothing is impossible, like literally. So I believe in the chaos theory. So that's why I don't really go super deep into Fibonacci's, but I do use Fibonacci sometimes because it's a tool in the bag, and I like to use different tools different times. So last time in my this all this green these green zones was from my last videos, my last review on Monero. So you guys can check that out if you want to whatever. But we're gonna do another one right now. But I was just showing, to quickly tap into what I was doing last time. I was showing just price action, and how why price action does work. People think that price action doesn't work. Well, price action works, especially if you know what you're looking for and you look at the bigger picture. So like I said, I like to look at my charts like this first. Some people start off like this, right here, just here. What's going on here? What? And some people don't even look at anything. They just look on what's going on right now. What? The candle is red? Sell, sell. Like, you can't do that. You're going to lose your shirt doing that, people. You are going to lose your shirt, jacket, and pants doing that. Don't do that, please. Matter of fact, do whatever you like. But once you do, don't blame it on trading and say trading is rigged and all that stuff. Just say whatever. But I like to look at my whole picture before. Boom. These lines I've already tacked on before. This blue line to me is the floor, but it's not the real floor. But this is like the floor from Monero to me. This is like worst case scenario. It comes back here. Well, not worst case scenario, because like I said, anything can happen. Not worst case scenario, but I don't know. I just feel like if Bitcoin was to break out, then it'll probably come back here. The floor is really this red line down here. But from current price action, Monero has a very good chance of going back down. And the only reason I say that is because it pivoted, right? The market went up here. It came down. It pivoted right here. Boom. Price action stayed true. It went up. But look how far it went up. It didn't even, excuse me, it didn't even close this level. It didn't even close above these wicks right here. It came up and it came above these wicks, but it didn't even close above this level. That's not a good sign. That's to me is showing that there is people that are buying Monero, but the sell pressure is a lot stronger than the buy pressure right now. It's not done. It might come back down to 600. Yeah, it might come back down to the 600,000 range. A lot of that volume is false. Somebody says in the which volume, the sell or the buy pressure? The sell, Phil Baker. The sell volume or the buy volume is false. Because from what I'm looking at, Phil. Oh, okay. BTC CNY. Okay, they're talking about something different. Okay, my fault. From what from here, XMR has a good chance of still coming down here. Only because it's broken this line down here. Matter of fact, this line is still a sliding scale. Matter of fact, I need some more time with XMR because I could easily bring this line down here to the bottom of this doji and call. Matter of fact, yeah, that's what I am gonna do. Look, I like that a lot better actually. Let me see. Yeah, I like that a lot better actually. Yeah, and look, yeah, look, it matches up. Yeah, I like that a lot better actually. So for me to think XMR is about to break out, This candle would have to stay a doji, right? Or engulf this candle right here, and it would have to break above. It would have to break above right here. It would have to break above 1,206,000 satoshis, or yeah, 1,200,000. Yeah, for me to say, okay, yeah, Monero might be on a, not might be, but it is on a bull run again. But down here, even though down here is kind of a good load up zone, some people like to trade load up zones and stuff like that. Right here is a good load up zone, but but I don't know. I need more of a confirmation, because when you're dealing with support and resistance, you're expecting a bounce, right? When you're dealing with support and resistance, you're expecting a bounce. But when you're dealing some of these rules in cryptocurrency, like they apply, but with this green line, it's a strong level, but it's a medium level. It's a weak level. This line, this can be broken easily. This is a medium level. It's a strong to medium level. It's not like a major, like it's not like a level up here where it's obvious that this is a very strong resistance level in a market. This isn't. It isn't really obvious that this is a super strong level, but it is pretty. It's an okay level. So I'm expecting a bounce from this level, but I won't be surprised if this thing breaks down, especially being so close to. Is really tricky. I needed to trading. You have to allow it. A lot of the time, you have to allow the market to show you what it wants to do. There is a level of prediction to trading, but you still have to allow the market to show you what it's doing. You know, this isn't a crystal ball. You're not blindly guessing, because yeah, even though you can blindly guess and it can go 50, you have a 50-50 chance, but still, you're just not just blindly guessing out of nowhere. And look, as we're talking, the market is pumping. So, like I said, at support and resistance, you respect a bounce. So I need more of a confirmation. I need it to cross a certain level for me to say, yeah. With a medium level that I needed to cross above here. I needed to cross above 1,151,000 satoshis for me to feel. Matter of fact, no. Let's go here because this is the current high. 1,170,000 satoshis for me to feel like Monero is uh going in a bull run. But until then, I'm bearish Monero, at least in the short term. Monero is very good. I think the Monero community is on to something. I liked Monero back when it was like 50 cents, but just like uh, why I didn't pick any up, I was just, I don't know. I always did like the whole anonymous thing of it. I like Dash, but for some reason, it was just something about Monero that it was like, I was like, yeah, I like Monero. And then Monero broke out, right? But what Monero has going for it to me is it can possibly become what people how people describe Litecoin as the silver to Bitcoin. It has from my research, it has one of the best, or if not the best, anonymous technique with the ring signatures. I'm not sure about the whole Z snarks. I heard I was reading something about the Z snarks that it can possibly be better, but I'm not sure about that because I'm not super technical. But for right now, I think Monero has the best with the ring signatures, and the dark markets are already supposedly using Monero. Dark markets aren't using Litecoin, even though Litecoin is going to implement its own uh, anonymous get up or anonymous thing. From my research, and they're working on implementing their own uh, anonymous, whatever you want, protocol or whatever you want to call, whatever you want to say. But unless it's ring signatures, now if Litecoin implements ring signatures right now, I don't know. Then I think then it's Monero's going to have a hard time. But if they don't do that and they try to use something like what Dash is doing, Monero is going to eventually creep up and pass all of these, all of them. Even though it's not a competition because this is all, I'm just saying as far as investment and profit, which has the best upside in the future. And as we're going right now, Monero's upside in the future is very bright. But in the immediate current, like right now, I don't know. It's testing this line. It is testing the shit out of this line. And it's already broken down here, as you can see. It has already broken this line. But it's hugging the shit out of this green line, though. But there's a lot working against it, at least in the immediate future. Bitcoin going up. It already having a good amount of volume at resist. Like, there's a lot of things that are working against it. So immediate, short term, immediate, I am kind of bearish on Monero. But out of all the pairs that I'm reviewing, Monero has the second best upside from its current, from right now, from its current candle, the second best. Only reason I say that is because it's held at resistance. Even though it was some volume here, it's held. Ethereum and Ethereum Classic already have broken below their supports with volume. You know what I mean? So that's like that's plus Bitcoin's going up, and there's a lot to factor in when you're looking at these charts, guys. There's a lot to factor in. And if you guys want to do any personal trainings with me, I do Google Hangouts one-on-one personal trainings. If you want to talk about that, or if you want to just say what's up, or send me some information or whatever, do so at chasethatcoin@gmail.com, and we can take it from there. But I'm in immediate future, in immediate present, I'm kind of bearish, but I won't be surprised if the market bounces from this level, because this level is pretty good. So yeah, let's see. See, look, and it's already kind of forming an uptrend. Look, I could easily tag on one of these. I could easily do that, or I could go from the bodies. Even though, because price action isn't about current candles. This current candle means nothing to the overall picture. Oh man, I just fucked that up. Hold on, let me get rid of that. The current candle means nothing to the overall picture as far as price action. I mean, when it comes to anything in trading, actually, the current candle means nothing. So I could put a trend line right here and assume just because the trend is going up and it's at support, that it's gonna continue to bounce. But you don't want to. I wouldn't assume it and actually take a bet, because I don't want to lose my shirt. So there has to be a method to your madness when you're trading, and you have to have a plan. You have to stick to it. And the more you repeat your plan, guys, the better you will be at it. Practice makes perfect. Why you think Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson is Allen Iverson? And no disrespect to my boy Allen Iverson, because that's my boy. You know what I mean? But Allen Iverson didn't like to practice. We all know that. We all know that Allen Iverson commercial. Practice? What? Practice? He didn't like to practice. So he had a natural talent for it, but he didn't like to practice. Now, if he would have practiced, you know what I'm saying, he would have probably been big like Kobe, LeBron, and LeBron has a natural talent, but he practices. And it's me talking about this isn't even about basketball. It's just about repetition. The more you repeat your plan, even though it's your own plan, you still have to drill it in your head. You have to get disciplined on that plan and drill it into your head and follow your plan. if you want to be a successful trader and investor in cryptocurrency. In this market, guys, we all have a huge opportunity, no matter which cryptocurrency you're in, unless you're in. I mean, there are a lot of them are shit coins. I mean, it is that term is for a reason. That term is there for a reason. But a good majority of them, especially like the big ones that a lot of us talk about, are great ideas to me, and they have great upside. And you don't have to have a lot of money to get started investing and trading in Bitcoin and altcoins. All you have to do is have the desire and an open mind, and you'll be able to find somebody to teach you trading. One, because I was once in the same position. I went out and I paid my money and I found people to train me. So because I had that desire to want to actually learn how to trade and invest, because I understood that me working alone would not give me the type of life that I want. So all of us in cryptocurrency, we are ahead of the pack, guys. We are ahead of a lot of people. So don't give up on your future right here. This last market, let's go to Factom, because I just went off on a a rant. Factom, from its current chart, has the best chance of upside to me. Now, I know there's people, I know you guys are saying, well, what about this coin? What about that coin? Yes, there are coins out there that probably have a better chance of an upside. But out of the coins that I just reviewed, Factom has the best chance of upside. And then the second best chance of upside is Monero. And that's arguable, because Monero might arguably have the better chance of upside only because of volume. Monero has a lot of volume, much more volume than Factom. So that's the only thing that Monero has above Factom. Let me adjust this line right here. Wait. No, fucking. Let me just make it thicker. Make it easier for you guys to see it. And these lines are sliding scales, guys. I can easily move this line down here, because you got to look at trading as a zone when you're doing support and resistance. Even though some people just do zones, they don't even do the lines. They'll use the rectangle and draw up a box, something like this. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, no, something like this. Some people don't even actually draw the support line or the resistance line. They'll just draw up a zone and they'll just do like this. This is the same thing. This is the same thing as support and resistance. You're just drawing a line. When I draw this line, this isn't the end all be all to my analysis. Like I said, because the line, the action, the price action can break this line. So I'm looking at this line as just a overall, and just as a general line. Like I'm thinking of it as a zone. There's a line here, but I'm thinking of it as a zone. But some people just prefer to actually draw the zones on. So, but Factom came, it stopped dead on with recent action. But this line is getting a lot of is getting beat down, and the more price action touches an area, the weaker that area becomes. The more likely the chances that Factom can break down, because of the way it keeps testing this line. Look, let me get rid of this. Matter of fact, let me get rid of this so you guys can see it. Boom. It's very strong, like I said, and yeah, this is a rejection zone, but it keeps digging deep. Look, it keeps digging deeper into the zone. It came down in the zone. It went up. Boom. Volume candle engulfing volume. I know some traders lost out on this because they thought this was the beginning of a breakout. Indecision or hangman, whichever. I mean, depends on how you look at it. This can arguably be this indecision or a hangman candle. It came down real hard, dug deeper into this zone, dug even deeper, came all the way down here, came back up, boom, 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 came down a little bit. The bulls tried to test it out, carried it sideways, dug real deep into it. Now, today, it currently even dug even deeper. But if this candle closes out the way it is right now in this perfect doge, this can be taken as a sign of that this level is strong right now. Or it can be taken as a sign of this level. No, it can be taken as a sign as this level is strong for support or resistance. It depends on how you look at it. I would take it as this level is strong as, I mean, it depends. If it closes out, I would take this level as a platform. Like, okay, the market is saying that this is not going to go any deeper than this. This level is really strong and it has a chance of going back upward. You know, so out of all these markets that I just reviewed, I think that Factom has the best chance of upside. What's a doge? A doge, a doge candle. When I say a doge is a doji candle. This right candle right here, this current candle right here, even though it's not closed because it can still go in either direction, this is a doji candle. You see how it's a cross? It's a perfect cross. The price, the current price is close to the open price. It's so close that there's no body. You see, these candles have bodies. This has a big red body. This has a big green body. This candle right here has no body because the current price is so close to the opening price. There's no body there. It's, yeah, a doji. When I say a doge, yeah, DOJI. Boom, look. See? So the market, I don't know, this level is really strong right here. So if it closes bearish under this level, the market is gonna most likely is gonna consolidate at this level to test it, to see which direction it's gonna go in. And a lot of the times you have to let the market show you what it's doing, guys. People think that a lot of traders are like they're mystic men. No, what they first of all, what they did was they learned the terminology. Second of all, they learned how to read candles. They learned how to read that, okay, this is the open, this is the close. This is the open, they learn how to read the candles. Secondly, they learned a style. Most likely they learned, people who, when they trade, you go through multiple styles, you know, at first. But yeah, you go through multiple styles. You find a style that you like or that is suitable to your personality, right? And you have to find a style, then you have to fine tune the style, and then you have to repeat the style over and over and over and over again. That's how you become great at trading. A lot of the people that have been trading for years, they just train themselves to repetition, repetition, repetition. They got a good trading style. They got a plan. They stick to it. Repetition, repetition. So yeah. So Factom right now, I think has the best chance of upside out of all of these markets that I just reviewed. Not besides Bitcoin, mind you. Bitcoin has the best chance out of all of these cryptocurrencies to break out. But as far as right now, and Factom is at an ideal buying point. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Right now is a great, 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 great buy point for Bitcoin. Great, great buy point. All right, guys, this broadcast is getting kind of long. What, you guys got any questions? We got a good audience. We got a pretty good audience here. You guys got any questions? Is there a good place to learn the terminology and candle stuff? Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, email me, guys. Email me at chasethatcoin.com. I answer we can talk, answer questions just to say hi, hey. But a lot of this information you can just I mean, we're in the age of information, guys. You can a lot of the stuff you can get the basics of it on YouTube, but to get a deeper look at a lot of this stuff, guys, first of all, like and subscribe to my channel. And secondly, email me at chasethatcoin@gmail.com. And we could talk about all that stuff. Anything about waves and stratus. Yes, waves and stratus. I wanted to do waves and stratus. When I woke up this morning, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a broadcast today. It's gonna involve waves and stratus. But TradingView for some reason doesn't list anything. Bit Bittrex isn't listed on TradingView. Eggs, uh, Kraken, like Coinbase, like I don't understand why. So Stratus is listed on Bittrex. So is Waves. It doesn't like TradingView doesn't list anything about like let's see Waves. Look, there's no market, no symbol is match. Let's do Stratus. No symbol. Yeah, it doesn't list anything with Bittrex. That's who I use because I'm in New York City, guys. So I can't have a Poloniex account. So I use Bittrex. But Bittrex needs to step their game up and contact these people about this. Or you guys can do it as well. People that use Bittrex, email TradingView support and ask them why don't they list any the coins that are on. Probably because of volume. Like Bittrex doesn't have that much volume to tell you the truth, guys. Poloniex is they have to list it because Poloniex has all the volume for everything basically. All right, let's look at the questions. Yes, Waves released their full node. Yes, and that's what, in my opinion, that's what the buildup of Waves, as far as price wise, that was the speculators jumping in. And a lot of times, guys, the price buildup is already equated into before the news comes out. So this whole price run up was speculators already pricing in the full nodes coming out. So Waves may stall out right here and just hold because the price already built up from the speculators knowing that the full nodes were coming out. How do you store your Bitcoin? I store my Bitcoin on my personal Trezor device. I bought one of those almost 2 years ago. I've been involved in Bitcoin for like 2 years, a little bit more than 2 years now. 2 years, 3 months, 2 months. I bought one of those a long time ago. I bought a Bitcoin and then the next week I bought a Trezor. Yes, chasethatcoin@gmail.com. All of my information is also in the about section for my channel. So subscribe to my channel and you can go to the about section. There I have all the my donation information and also my Twitter accounts, stuff like that. Is machine learning helpful for trading? If you're talking about bots, do not use any bots, guys. Bots are a scam. Do not use trading bots. If you hear anybody talking about trading bots, they're one of three things. They're lazy and naive. They're running a scam, or they're just ignorant to trading. They just don't know about trading. And usually people doing selling bots, that's usually like an MLM type of thing. Can't even talk right now. So don't use trading bots, guys. Trading bots are the worst thing ever. Could you please have a look at BTC CNY? Not right now, RBN. I do appreciate you. You've been with my channel for a little bit, but I can't do BTC CNY right now. And don't fall into this whole thing of, I mean, and this is my opinion. I don't think that China is like, anytime Bitcoin breaks out, it's not always China. There's a lot bigger factors than China. Like, and just because the exchanges are in China doesn't mean those are Chinese people. Like, I know a bunch of people that live in states that can't use Poloniex, and there's a bunch of ways to get. I can get a Poloniex account if I wanted to. I just don't trust the whole way of doing it, and I don't know if Poloniex was to find out, what would they do with all my earnings? Were they gonna keep all the bitcoins that I made? That's wasting my time. So I just go about it the legitimate way. New York City has a bit license, and I have to use Bittrex. And all I could do is just hope that Bittrex steps their game up and finds ways to bring more volume. I do like Bittrex, by the way. Anyway, I like Bittrex, but they need to just find ways to step up their volume. And I will definitely, my next review, I'll throw in there, BTC CNY. Cheers, first time live stream viewer, good work. Thank you, G Dog. I appreciate that a lot. Bots are for price. You know what? You know when bots work for trading, guys? The only time, okay, the more people that use any kind of indicator or software, the more likely of a chance it has to work, because everybody's using the same thing. Like indicators, there's a bunch of, go to your trading software and look at all of the different lists of indicators. Alligator, this, that. There's a bunch of different indicators. But indicators stop working and get outdated once everybody finds out another one, and they all jump onto that one. And then the probability of that one working increases because more and more people are using it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's why my charts are clean. The only thing on my charts, the only indicator I'll put on my charts is a moving average. And a lot of people put moving averages on their charts and don't know how to use them. So it's just a bunch of lines anyway. The only thing I put on my charts are support lines, support and resistance trend lines, and a moving average. I draw all that stuff on myself. Do not buy bots, guys. I'm telling you. If you want to buy a bot, if you want to waste your money on a bot, no, for real, you might as well go out there, donate to Bitcoin, donate to Adam Meister, donate to crypto, donate to my boy Ty Zen. Donate to my channel, donate to the Bitcoin network. Donate your money if you want to just throw it away. Don't buy these trading bots, guys. I'm telling you. If you want to learn how to trade, guys, email me at chasethatcoin@gmail.com, or go out there and buy some books. And the best way is for somebody to find somebody to help you and mentor you a little bit. So if you want to do that, email me at chasethatcoin@gmail.com, and we could talk from there. Last questions. What are all these ICOs and Ether price should gain? No. The reason that these ICOs are not boosting the Ether price right now is because after the DAO, people realize, like, wait a minute, it doesn't matter what comes out on Ethereum. Ethereum itself has to be working in tip-top shape, and then two, these things have to actually be working. Yeah, Augur Augur has tokens. Singular DTV has tokens. But what can you do with the Singular DTV token right now? Nothing. What can you do with the rep token right now? Nothing. They're on built on top of, at least not right now. In the long run, when Ethereum gets its act together, then these things built on top of it are just gonna obviously increase the Ethereum sandwich and make it a better sandwich. But for right now, none of these things don't work. It's like that's like having a sandwich and having the lettuce wrapped in saran wrap and everything wrapped in saran wrap. So yeah, you got a sandwich, but it's all wrapped in saran wrap individually. Can't even eat it. What does ICO mean? ICO means initial coin offering. All right, Renzone. Thank you for tuning in. All right, guys. Any last questions before I wrap this up? I'm gonna wrap it up now. Yeah, guys, like and subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm trying to get past 1,000 subscribers. I've been working at that, and I'm working on giving you guys the best information that I can. I'm working on also bringing out my own site. So I'm working on putting things together, but I'm still fitting in everybody. I'm trying to get somebody to take one of my personal and let me record it, because I've done a couple with people, but they, for some reason, like, they don't want to. I guess they don't want to show their face or whatever. But let me record it and let me chop it up and put pieces of it on YouTube and feature you in there on YouTube. I won't put the whole thing out because I don't want to put the whole thing out for free, but working on that as well. All right, man, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like it. I don't mind. Share this around and keep chasing those coins, ladies and gentlemen.